Okay, hi Barb. So I'm gonna start with some recommendations for some strength and stretch that might help with your, we don't know what. Maybe it's tight psoas and hip flexor, maybe it's weak glutes, weak piriformis. So I just thought I'd show you some stuff. I won't try to do the full workout. I'll just demo them and you can see what you like and do whatever you think works. So we'll start with some strength. Some of these I've shown you before, but just maybe to keep them in this little library. If you've got your band, I think you probably have one of these. Slide it over your knees. So it's on top, above your knees. And we'll do clam shells. So the clam shells, you lie down on your side, you keep your feet together, you bring your knees up about 90 degrees, and then you open and close, and open and close, and do about 10 on each side. And then with the band still over your knees, can do some glute raises, can take your feet about as wide as the mat maybe, and then lift and lower. And as you do this, really try to start by engaging the glutes right away. Like right now, just when you tap them, they're hard. So you can use, in this exercise, you can have your hamstrings compensate. So try to really engage the glutes as you lift without squeezing them too tight. So when you squeeze them really tight, you'll kind of pop up and you might feel a little compression in your spine, in your low back. So engage the glutes and lift. At the same time, by pressing the band away, you're still getting a little bit of abductor work on the outside. So again, like 10 of those. And then you can slide the band off. Another great glute raise to do is single leg glute raises. So you extend one leg either up to the ceiling, or if it's at like 45 degrees, I think this is actually a little harder, but whichever way you like to do it. Again, you're gonna lift, and these you're gonna hold for like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. And lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. So you do again like 10 to 12 on each side. Okay, so those are some of them. The other ones, if you have weights to put on your ankles, you can do the single leg raise to the side. And if you don't have weights, you can also like just hold a weight right here. And again, hold it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. And my toe is pointing forward. So, notice sometimes you'll accidentally kind of let the leg roll up. Want the toe to point forward, and that's when you'll really, again, feel it in your glute. So it's kind of like the clam shells. So you can do some of these or all of them. Another one while you're here is just to go ahead and work a little inner thigh. So cross the top leg over, really flex the bottom foot. And again, lift and hold it. My toe is facing forward. You can't really see me too well. Let me scooch back a little. So my toe is facing forward like this. And again, you'll lift and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. So those are all good ones to do. Another one is kind of like the bird dog. Well, it is the bird dog. But rather than going, right into bird dog, we'll start on our forearms actually. And you're gonna eventually do this, like I know you know from Kelly. But one thing to kind of, again, really kind of find the glutes, first find the core, so press away from the floor, draw your low belly up without curving your back. And then start to like extend your foot along, like just roll the toe along the floor. And again, find the glute engaging. You'll notice you can first engage your hamstring. You'll see how that feels and take something away from the glute. Instead, really like slide it along and find that glute engaging. And then you can lift, or you can always bend. But really make sure that it's the glute doing the work and not so much the hamstring. The hamstring will do something, but it's really, again, I find if I can slide my foot, I can really find that area. And you can lift it straight or you can bend it. And again, do like 10 to 12 on each side. One more strength work is, of course, the band walk, which I know you know very well. So, but a variation which I sort of just tried one time, and I found out I find this really works more into my glutes. So slide the band above your knees. Usually we have it around our ankles. And then, of course, you'll be able to walk really step farther. And then the other thing you can do here, and maybe you've done these before, is slide out, have your feet about a little less than 45, like at 2 or 2:30, and do a squat. Step in. Slide out, squat, step in. Slide out, squat, step in. Now you can also hold a weight, slide out, squat, step in. Slide out, squat, step in. So, or you can just do step to step, side to side, and not even do the squat, or maybe do like 10 of these, and then hold for 10 squats. Either way, kind of having the band around there will give you a little bit more emphasis in the glute. Okay, last little strength work I'm going to do here. Pretend like I'm leaning against a wall. Okay, so the wall is right here. The wall is like, my arm is on the wall. I'm about not too far away from the wall. Okay, I'm going to lean against the wall. I'm going to lift one leg, stand up tall, and then lean my hip and everything into the wall and then back up. So this is kind of like the wall. Lean into the wall and back up. Lean into the wall and back up. If that's too much, you can also keep the foot on the ground. But you're really pressing into the wall. I just thought I'd do it like this because this isn't really a wall. So I hope those help. Again, you can do like 10 on each side. I really find these are awesome. You can do them like this, but it's better if, again, you're against a wall, you lean in and you come out. You lean in and come out. I really feel those work. So those are maybe some good stretches. Some good strengtheners. And then for stretching, a couple things to do. Again, probably ones you're already doing, but just in case. So one is, super close. One is just the figure 4 stretch. So you will come here, come down. So crossing one ankle over, you can keep your arms out to the side and just draw your knee in. And you might, you probably already do these, but this is good for that outer hip. You can obviously reach through and just let the weight of your hands release down. And just breathe here a little bit. Maybe hold for 15 to 20 seconds on each side. And then another one to do, kind of from that same position. So I'll just cross the opposite one over, but so you'll come in here. And then you sort of slide your knees so now they're stacked on top of each other. You might know cow face pose from yoga, but you grab each ankle and just let your arms again rest in. So this will be reclining Gomukhasana, reclining cow face pose. I'll also show you it sitting up. Another one to do to kind of lengthen that psoas or hip flexor is to use a foam roller, or if you have a yoga block, that'll work too. And put it under your low back, and then draw one knee in and extend one leg out. Obviously this is the leg getting stretched. And so for the yoga block, I like it on its lowest level just to give me more stability so I don't fall off, the block won't roll over. And again, you're gonna hold each side for about 15 seconds. You can do this twice or even just once. Feels really, really good on that psoas. And then, these would be good to do after hiking too. And of course, if you don't have something with you, like if you're just out and you have a blanket, but you can lie down on the ground, you can also do it like this. Really try to roll your inner thigh towards the floor. That'll bring the toe towards the ceiling. The tendency will be to just let the toe move out. We want to bring it up. Okay. The last one I was going to show you, I think this is the last one, is Annealing lunge. Now, we do these a lot in yoga, and you've probably done them a lot. So my back toe is pressed into the floor, and without shoes would be really probably better. So here I am, stacked, hip over knee, knee over ankle, straight up and down. Sometimes in yoga, all we do is we just sort of let everything slide forward, and you feel like you're getting a stretch there, but it's not really that effective of a stretch when you aren't engaging your glute. So you want to press into the top of that back foot, really press it down to the floor, engage the glute. And right now, I even feel a stretch. You can also move forward. You probably won't move too far forward. If you keep that glute engaged, keep pressing into the foot. And again, you can hold that for 10, 15 seconds. And you'll really feel that, I think, a little deeper. While you're here, you can move right into a nice hamstring stretch, which you can just slide your hips back. Again, if you've got yoga blocks, you can put your hands on the blocks, kind of stick your butt out, if you can tell, that's what I'm doing. So, my shirt here. But I'm gonna roll my tailbone up. So you don't want to be curved like that. You want to roll the tailbone up, draw the heart forward, and then feel like I'm drawing my toes towards me. I have a little bend in my knee, you can probably see, but I'm getting a nice stretch in the hamstring. So you can kind of move back and forth. You can come here, again, engage the glute, even add a little arm thing, whatever. So do a few of those, maybe hold each one for 10, 15 seconds. I think that was it. So hopefully that works for you. Oh no, I wanted to show you seated Gomukhasana. So the other one you can do is seated Gomukhasana. So you draw your knees together. If you can tell, they're just stacked. I'm going to flex my feet. I'm going to kind of draw my ankles about at the same height. If your knees are like this, that's okay too. They might not come together. And then just sit up tall. And again, you might feel this right away without even doing anything else. You always, in any seated position, want to just be aware of if you're bending at your waist. Okay, we want to keep the waist long, tilt the tail, find that little lumbar curve that's natural, and sit up like that. You're more on your sit bones that way. And then you can also walk forward. You'll deepen the stretch. You'll probably feel it more in the top leg, as well as in the kind of the glute area. So those are some things you could try. Let me know how it goes. All right. Bye.